The reason I am making this video is because I want to talk about power posing challenge. This is a challenge that I post here in my class. I'm here in China teaching how to teach math, and besides math that I'm teaching, I'm also giving them some tips how to improve their people skills, like the ability to deal with people. Because as a teacher, you have to deal with students, right? Students has to like the teacher, so this is a very good ability to have. And last semester, I was in another city here in China, and they asked me to teach personal and professional development. So one of the things that I touched in that class was about body language, right? So your posture, how you feel more confident in front of the other people. For example, I am quite a quiet, shy person. I was at least like that before, so I'm a kind of introverted person. So how can a person like me become a teacher and also come to another country and teach in another language, right? If I don't feel confident, so people would not like me, I would not make good impressions, right? So stuff that I learned helped me improve my own life, so I'm sharing them with my students. So here in my class right now, I'm teaching, uh, besides math, I'm also teaching them little tips, posing them challenges, things that can improve their life, me overcome their shyness. As myself, I was very shy before. So this was one of the challenge that I posed in my class. This is called the power posing challenge. It is to take 3 pictures with strangers in a power posing posture. So let me show you what it is a power posing position, right? So it is a position of confidence, like this one here, with the arms in the hips, the legs spread out, so you're taking more space, like take more space, like being more expensive, claim territory, head high, arms loose, shoulders back, chest out. So if you take a position like this, you seem more confident, right? And your body starts to produce the very hormone, it's called testosterone, who makes you feel even better. So it's kind of feedback looping. So when you do this for the first time, it's kind of feel awkward, right? And people may say no to you, so you get a rejection. So if you get a rejection the first few times, it's gonna be even harder to keep going and asking people to take a picture. So when I ask my students to take this challenge, I have to do it first because I don't wanna ask them something for them to do without myself doing it first, be willing to do it first. So I went out and asking people to take pictures, and here are some of those pictures, right? So when I ask my students to do it, I show them that I took a lot of pictures doing exactly what I'm asking them to do it. And I'm a little under the impression that they think that is easy for me because I'm only showing them people that accept to take a picture with me. And I didn't show people who did not accept, right? Because I don't have the picture from the people who'd said no for me. So the fact is, no one take those pictures because I asked them to take the picture, put in the social media, right? So everybody in the class could see. So none of them actually did. So today I am actually doing this video to show them that I am a normal person. People get to say no for me a lot of times. So I get a rejection as much as they would be receiving if they tried. But the important thing is not to let them prevent you to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So this is a small challenge, very simple things that help us to overcome our shyness, right? So the more you do it, the less it matters for you to receive a no, because you know you're going to keep doing, someone will say yes for you. For example, this is was taking last week, so I went last week, no, before yesterday. So I went to the shopping mall looking for people to say no for me. So I would be recording and be able to show my students that I am a normal person. I get a lot of rejection as much as they would be receiving some rejection if they try to do this. But between those rejections, there are people who say yes, nice people that I come up to talk to, that I even exchange WeChat contacts, so I become friend with them. This is how I made a lot of friends here in China. I could come to China, stay in my apartment, eating alone in the cafeteria, and not making friends. So this is would be missing the opportunity, right? I came all across to Brazil to here and not having the full experience, making friends. So I would not miss that for the whole world, right? So it's much easier for me to improve myself, try not to think about being rejected. So I end up doing a lot of improvements of myself by reading those books about body language, about trying out, reaching out, trying new things. And I'm sharing with this with my students, and I did not see them taking advantage of it. So here are a few more people that I took pictures with, and sometimes when I ask them, "Can I take a picture with you?" they say no right away. So it got me to give them an explanation. Why do I want to take a picture? I talk to them, that I explain that I'm a teacher, that I'm giving this same challenge to my students. I show them in my cell phone other people who took the picture with me, show my card for the university. And when they see those things, they say, well, it's not so bad, it's kind of even fun thing, so they agree with me. So, for example, this was one couple that I were going, so they was not going to take a picture, but when I explained to them, they was willing to take a picture. So I take a picture with him and with her. So they are together. So this is another point that I wanted to emphasize. Sometimes when you explain, instead of just get the first no and give up, so you got to say why you're saying no. Can I explain why I'm asking you this? So it's not really a bad thing. So you explain stuff and then you got a yes sometimes. Uh, okay, so this is another good one. For example, I was there talking to seeing some display in the shopping mall, and she came talk to me, so I saw this kind of crystals here, and we talk a little bit, and I also asked her if she could take a picture with me, and she was really nice. So I got a many more yeses than no. And the funny thing, I was there looking for rejections so that I would be able to record it and show it to my students. So I did this so many times that it really doesn't matter for me to get a no, because I know if I keep doing it, I'll get some yeses and I'll make some friends and I'll become really satisfied with the relationship that I'm getting from those kinds of experiences. To be honest with you, I made a lot of friends doing participating in activity like this. Okay, this is was when I was going home, so I was kind of excited, getting a lot of yes, so I get more yeses going home. So this is outside of the mall. But now I'm gonna show you the recording of the video that I was putting in my pocket. So I let it on. So while I was trying to ask people to take picture with me, so I'm gonna show you some of the rejections that I got on that day. So let's go and see those videos, okay? Excuse me, you speak English? Just a little bit. Can I ask you a favor? I need to take a picture with strangers. Can you take a picture with me? For example, just take one. Okay, that's all. Because I wanted to take a picture like this, like we said. I already did the other mall. Here's the. I wanted to take a picture like this, making a position like this. This is called power posing position. It demonstrates confidence. It demonstrates confidence. No. No? Why is that? No, why? I'm just a teacher here. Alright, thank you. Excuse me, dude. So as you can see, so I got a no, so I didn't even get a chance to explain because they are going away as soon as they noticed what I wanted from them, is just take a picture. And this next one here is kind of interesting because they didn't want to take a picture with me, right? And I asked them why. They said that I asked them if why they did not want to take a picture of me, and then I asked if they believe I was gonna do something bad with the picture, and they said yes. So I tried to explain what was the picture for. I explained the challenge that I was giving to my students, and I wanted to do it first before asking my student to do it. But even though they did not agree, and I feel kind of a little bit bad because they didn't want me to take a picture, but I was recording them, right? Recording them. So the fact is, if I really wanted to take a picture, if somebody wants to take a picture, they're not gonna ask you, right? They're gonna take a picture anyway. So I hope this video does not arrive to them to see it, right? Because they're gonna publish it and they maybe gonna see it, right? So it's kind of a little bad, right? Because they don't want to take a picture and I was recording them at the same time. But I'm gonna show you here. This is the second one, so I got a more than a few no's than those two, but I tried to record them. When I saw my cell phone, it was off, so I just got to keep those last two no's. So this is the last one. Let me turn it on here. You guys speak English? A little. A little bit. Can I ask you a favor? Can I take a picture with you? Is that okay? Sorry. Here, I'm showing my card here. So this is the university card. I'm teaching here at the Huzhou University. Yes. I need one more. No? Why is that? Are you shy? Do you think I'm going to do bad stuff with the picture? Really? You can even have my WeChat contact here if you wanted to. I'm not going to hide anything from you. For example, this is my WeChat here. This is, let me show you here, my posts. For example, I'm here in China since last September. These are my students here. Here, you can see? Here I'm teaching. Here's last semester. So I was with them. This is Halloween. This is my mini class there. So here I'm in the theater watching the music here. I'm appreciating so much to be here in China. I'm having a really good time here. Most people say yes for me. I don't know. I understand if you say no, okay. But is that a bad thing that I'm asking? You're not gonna do it? Alright, thank you. I appreciate it anyway, okay? Okay, as you can see, I asked them if they believe I'm gonna do something bad with the picture, and they said yes. So I could not be able to convince them to take a picture with me. So they went away, and I was recording. The phone was on in my pocket. This is why it's not a good picture, but I kind of record the sound and I kind of see them a little bit of their faces, right? So I'm a normal person. I get rejected as much as anyone else. So when I was showing my students for the first time, I was showing only the persons who actually let me to get the picture with them. This is why I believe I am under the impression they believe that it was easy for me, right? Maybe because I'm foreigner here, they think that I'm extroverted. So right now I'm much better situation because I'm used to doing this. So those rejections doesn't not affect me anymore. But in the beginning it did. So if you give up in the beginning, you're never gonna achieve the point that you're gonna be learning so much about this, making that experience actually enjoyable, right? Because from this kind of activity, I made so much friends here in China, and I'm trying to share this with my students. And today something really interesting happened because I was yesterday in the mall trying to make those recordings, and today I went to the cafeteria, and as usual, I asked a table of students that are not completely full, can I sit here with you? So this is also another way of me making friends. And today I had this kind of a nice experience. I found these two guys here eating, so I asked if I could sit with them. They said, okay, let's sit it with me. And I seated. So we start talking about their major. I'm talking about that I'm a teacher here. So we have a really good talking. And then some point in time they said, well, today we're gonna be going to the mountain climbing. So I asked, can I go with you? And they said, yes, yes, this is a class activity. So they already contact their teacher and told them that somebody else is gonna come with them. So I told them I just needed to go to my apartment to grab something. So I went to my apartment and meet with them right away in the other cafeteria where the whole class was meeting them. So I ended up going to the class activity with them here. So I went to this kind of mountain here. They have the historical building there. So it's kind of 2 meters going up. It's kind of tiring, right? But I like those kind of activities. So, and then I asked them to take a picture with the whole class doing the power pose and position. So I made a lot of friends today just because I was willing to go and talk to strangers. So not all the time they said yes for me, but I get so much more yeses. I mean, not all the time they say yes, right? So I get a lot of no's. But for the few yeses that I get, and I can say it's not that much of a few because I get more yeses than no's. So I made so much friends out of this simple project. So I wanted to share this, and especially I'm gonna post this video so that my students can see it, because I am still teaching them. So I proposed this power posing challenge in the beginning of the class, and I asked them to take a picture and post in our WeChat group. So none of them did already. So the class is still going on. So until the end of the semester, they still can do it. So I hope this video is gonna change their minds and see that for small and simple things we can achieve good things, right? In my case here, that I came alone in China, I'm having such a wonderful time in this country. I'm making good friends. See, my students are good students. They work hard. They study hard. But for as everybody else, we have our problems, right? Sometimes we are not perfect, and of course we are not perfect. So, but I noticed many of them are very shy, and I was very shy before. So I work on myself in a way of improving myself, and I end up here in China as a teacher, not being afraid to talk to strangers, not being afraid to speak in public, not being afraid to be a teacher. Actually, I enjoy that so much. And to finish this, since I came here in China, I started to prepare a lot of material to teach my classes. So I came up with this platform Udemy, so you can recording online and put in this kind of lessons online. So I'm starting doing that as well. And that's kind of a double help because when I'm recording, so I was a little bit awkward recording, so I record several times. And by doing this, I was able to find many mistakes on my material. So I'm kind of having a good benefit of recording because I'm improving my material, and also I get the benefit of giving a real classes. So when I'm teaching here online, I also get a better teaching here because I have a real experience. So I end up doing this online, and then I'm gonna share to a lot of my students because they're the same subject that I'm teaching here at university. And also, if somebody else is gonna see the course and wanted to do it, so they're free to do it. They're very cheap, right? So if this is are the place that I'm putting my courses. So right now I'm teaching how to teach math. So this is one of the chapters that the book that I was teaching. So I made up into a course. This is a ratio and proportional relationships. But if you search in this platform here in this website address, you can search by my name. You're gonna see uh, right now I have 3 courses on there. So 2 chapters for mathematics and one for people skills, like improving your social abilities. So this is my way of sharing my experience here in China. I'm liking it so much that my intention is to renew my contract and come back for another year because I'm getting too close to my contract. So I'm going to spend my vacation in Brazil, and if they allow me, of course I will renew it, come back for another year. That is so much happy I am for being here. So I hope this video was kind of useful to you. It's kind of a little bit longer, almost 20 minutes now, But I hope that you can get something out of this. Actually, can improve your life by seeing that from the small things that you can do it consistently, we can become better and better. And I see you the next video maybe if you wanna find another videos that I'm putting out there.